Welcome to the Scorpio Full Moon, which will be happening on the 26th, 27th of April 2021. Now, this is a super full moon, and it is in Scorpio. The Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Uranus will all be conjunct in Taurus. So the Sun's in Taurus as well. So this is an opposition with this full moon. And basically, this energy is pretty intense. It's in Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. And also, on the 27th, we have Pluto retrograde. So this energy is pretty intense. It's taking us deep into our feelings. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars, and Pluto is death and transformation, the underworld. Mars is the planet of action. It's feisty. So we could really be feeling our deepest feelings during this full moon. Anxiety, feeling restless, feeling uncomfortable, feeling even our bodies will be going through transformation during this full moon because of it being a super moon. So it's a good time to be drinking a lot more water, especially eat a bit healthier, especially prior to this full moon being a super moon. I would say start way before, 5 days before. Get your mind, get your heart, get your physical body prepared for this energy. Especially because Scorpio is where we heal. It's where we go through the death, the transformation, and the healing process. It's where we are vulnerable. This is our deepest wounds. This is the time for us to really look at it. Deception, betrayal, heartache, pain, the things that hurt us and touch us to the very core. It is very much suggested during this full moon to spend time either chakra work, cord cutting, shadow work, sitting with yourself and really going into your feelings. That's very important. If you are around people who have a high temperament or are emotionally erratic, meaning they just let all their feelings out and they're not self-aware or not working on themselves, this full moon can feel pretty intense. It wants to push our buttons. It wants to push on our deepest feelings. Now, Taurus, the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Uranus all being there is what we know. It's what we've been working on. It's the physicality. It's an earth energy. And the Scorpio full moon is our deepest emotions. It wants to show you the truth. That's why in Scorpio, we deal with our deepest truth. We have to deal with the truth of others, which can come unexpectedly, especially because of that Uranus energy in Taurus. That's about chaos, surprises, unexpected, thinking things are one way, stability in Taurus, and then things just being shaken up. And we have to sit with these feelings now with the change. We are building on something in Taurus. This is Taurus season. The Scorpio full moon wants you to release, to let go of what is dead, no longer serves you, what isn't good for you. And that's why the truth comes. The truth comes about yourself. What are your fears? What is your deepest pain? What is your wounds? In Taurus, we build. That's the physical aspect of it, of building something for ourselves. We invest in our relationships, we invest with our money, we invest in Taurus. And this Scorpio full moon wants you to see the balance point that's kind of not really worth it anymore. Taurus, the worth. Scorpio, what is really dead to us? It's not working. And this can be anything from relationships, whether it be personal or even work related, because Scorpio is where we partner up with others to work together, especially when it comes to finances or whether it's in a sense of emotionally. But deep emotions will be asked to be cleansed. Water energy is about cleansing. Now with the Scorpio full moon, which is a super moon, it's also going to create a square to Saturn. Saturn, which is in Aquarius, and also with the Taurus sun. These are all fixed energies. This is not the time to request things from others. It might not be easy to get a yes because this is fixed energy. Fixed earth, fixed water, and fixed air, the Aquarius energy. It's not that budge kind of energy. It's not moving. So we're very fixed right now. And we might feel a bit stuck and frustrated. Saturn wants structure. With the square energy, it's where we feel something needs to change, but we don't know if we can change it just yet. And that's important. Truth needs to be revealed. We need to see things a bit more clearly about ourselves, about others, about our relationships, about our partnerships, about our lives, about people. And this would be the full moon to really see people act on their feelings, become explosive and emotional and confrontational and conflict, especially if you're not able to sit with yourself. Those are the times when we feel frustrated and we want to take it out on others, take it out on situations. It wouldn't be the greatest time to be dealing with people who see themselves in authority figures. And that happens in relationships where people feel they have authority or control, or certain aspects feel like it's controlling us, whether that be at work or personally. And it's important to see these things because Uranus is about freedom. Aquarius is also about the bigger picture. So we are able to see these things very clearly. And this is why this full moon is so great for healing. Scorpio is where we seek therapy, where we seek the magic in going within ourselves. Through our deepest pain, we grow. Through our deepest fears, when we confront them, we move through them, we move obstacles. But it can feel uncomfortable. It can make you feel anxious. It can make you feel sick to your stomach. It can make you feel like something needs to change. But do you have the energy? Do you have the ability? Do you have the plan with Saturn? The structure in which these changes can be made? During this full moon, we sit with these feelings. We sit with ourselves. Not the best time to confront someone. It would be very good to go within yourself, to see things clearly for yourself, to focus on that. And if you are in a confrontation or in conflict, because they have Mars energy in Scorpio, this is where we want to do something, but we can't really, because Mars is in Cancer and it's in its detriment. So when it's in its detriment, we can't really, we feel indecisive. We don't know what action to take. We dwell on the past. We are in our feelings once again. And it's important to listen to your feelings during this full moon. Listen to your feelings. Honor your feelings. That's your intuition. This is the magic with this full moon. It's your intuition. And that's why it's so good to do a cord cutting, to work on your shadow, to release things, to do a chakra balance. All of this kind of energy is what this full moon wants. For you to let go and surrender, for your greatest plan to fall into action, for what you desire in Taurus to come into being into your life. But it would be a full moon where a lot of people will be in their feelings. You might feel emotional, sensitive. So it's very good to spend some time alone, shadow work, diary, write your feelings out, let them go, surrender them, speak to someone. Therapy, chakra balancing, cord cutting, healing. It's about healing with this full moon. And it's important. It's very, very important, especially with Pluto retrograde, death and transformation, going retrograde, going within. It's a lot of going within during the super moon. And because it's a super moon, the energy is more intense. And Mars being Cancer makes us feel more sensitive. And we don't know which way to go. That square with the sun, moon to Saturn, we just have to sit with it before we can see the plan fall into action. That Uranus and Taurus opposing this moon brings about basically unexpected truths, things we didn't see coming. So it's where we didn't expect it. We didn't expect the feelings. We didn't expect the truth. We didn't expect what we feel deep within ourselves, but it's important to listen to it. In Aries season, we're so busy. We're moving about. We're doing everything. In Taurus season, we stop. We see all the seeds we planted, and now we have the ability to build. But before that comes into being, we got to pause. And it's very important to pause, because by the time the new moon happens in May, we'll have a better idea of what we want. And in May, it's when we have the first eclipse towards the end of the month, basically, for 2021. So when I look at full moons happening, especially just before the next full moon being an eclipse, it's where we have to really stop. It wants us to shed, as eclipse seasons are portal energies of a bigger clearing, of a bigger awakening, of a bigger movement of energy and transformation within our lives. So before we go there, we have to see things clearly, and that's what the Scorpio full moon is offering you the ability to do. This would be great for drinking water. I would suggest eat healthier as well, because of the full moon being closer and more intense, and us feeling more of our deepest feelings. It can make you want to even cry, and I would suggest do it. It would be so healing to let your emotions flow, to allow for that. And yes, conflict may happen during this full moon, especially because people are feeling frustrated, especially with the square. So when frustration happens, we look for places to vent, to get those feelings out. But there are healthier ways to get your feelings out, by sitting with yourself in contemplation and allowing the energy to flow through you like water. As this is a Scorpio full moon, and Mars is also in Cancer, which is also a water sign, and it's taking us into the past of how we've been emotionally nurtured in our lives, how have we been loved, looking at those aspects and how we're going to move with it forward. But it's in our subconscious self. And Scorpio likes to take us deep into our feelings, wants us to go under, deep within the underworld, into your feelings. So it's important with this full moon to sit, to contemplate. If something needs to be released, if it's a relationship, if it's a work situation, and you find the truth, because Scorpio loves to give us the truth. It gives us the clarity. It gives us the honesty with ourselves. Where have we been holding back? Where have others been holding back? People feel the need to express themselves honestly and open up and say things they wouldn't normally say. But it wants you to see the truth. Because truth is healing, truth is light, truth is what we walk through and basically heal ourselves to understand where we stand in our lives and in accordance to what we want to build in our lives in Taurus. So enjoy this full moon and take a moment to spend lots of time by yourself, nurturing yourself, shadow work, chakra work, cord cuttings. And if you are in need of counseling, this would be a good full moon for it, because Scorpio is all about our mental, emotional, and health, the opposite being physical, so we can actually move forward in different ways. So enjoy it. Thank you for watching. And do know that this is a build up to eclipse season. Do contact me for an astrology reading or a chakra bounce. Thank you.